There is a technique which function is to release the pain associated with your thoughts in your mind. This technique originated from the Eastern science of biology is mostly focused on the acupuncture points. It is amazing how this old knowledge transmitted from generations to generations without a logic explanation on scientific basics has been preserved. This technique, just based on invisible points and invisible lines or fields of energy, has been very useful and pragmatic, and it is finding more and more place on scientific grounds to not just be considered as hocus pocus, but a technique that truly changes the mindset and the emotional state of based on scientific proofs. That technique is called the tapping solution. And just like the name it has, it is a solution for your mood, which is given if you tap yourself in specific parts of your body that correspond to some of the acupuncture points. Now, the magic to tapping is that by gently tapping these points on our body, where neurons underneath the skin reside, you stimulate the electric charges that flow through the neurons, and these charges stimulate the hormonal system of your body. This way, you excite your emotional state. As you tap your body while you are in a bad state, you make yourself feel better and feel more confident. It is scientifically proven that a state of being depressed is caused because the arousal system is set too low, and the neurons are firing less, and as a result, less hormones and chemicals are flowing through your body, and you feel less excited and more depressed. Let me explain it shortly again. In order for you to change your state of being, what you do is you tap yourself in specific points on your body. By doing this, you excite the neurons under the surface of the skin that is being tapped to produce more electrical and chemical signals in order to communicate with each other. And all this is as a result of the tapping in that region. The tapping solution has another part that those who are aware of the process of tapping know. But even if you are new, don't worry, because I am going to explain it for you. The tapping solution is used also to change the subconscious programming that you have toward a behavior you do not like. That can be a compulsive behavior like smoking or eating, or a painful memory that you bash yourself and put yourself in guilt every time you think about. Or maybe it is a bad memory of a thing that people did to you or said to you. Whatever it is that makes you feel bad and you think you cannot get rid of, the tapping solution comes to your aid. To do so, the tapping solution method extends itself a bit more. First, put yourself in the state you do not like, think about it as you usually do, and feel those undesirable emotions. Second, tap yourself while fully acknowledge your state of being and your thoughts. After you are done with tapping, just allow yourself to feel better. Now, to understand why the tapping solution can reprogram your unconscious programming is because at the moment you expose your undesirable thinking towards the tapping, you change your way of feeling about those thoughts. You teach your body to associate the bad thoughts with good feelings, which are produced while you are doing the tapping. So, to recap it for you, first, you think as vividly about the thoughts that you do not like, then you tap yourself in different neuron regions, where you stimulate your brain and body to get excited while you are thinking those thoughts. In turn, as you feel good while thinking undesirable thoughts, your brain learns to associate the bad thoughts with the new feelings. By repeating this process in intervals of time for a period of time, such as 3 times a day for a week, every day, you teach your body to associate the thoughts that you think with the new way of feeling. So you think bad thoughts that now make you feel good. And this is how you make changes that last. And this is how the magic of tapping solution works. Now that we covered the part that has to do with the process of tapping and how it works, let me show you how to apply the method in ourselves step by step. You start with the side of the hand and start tapping on the karate chop point. And as you are tapping, you start the process of acknowledging the pain or the problem that makes you feel bad. Like, I have this back pain, and I fully acknowledge them. Or you can say, I acknowledge the thoughts that I have that run through my head all the time. And you do this while tapping at the karate chop at the side of your hand. You repeat this 3 times. One thing to remember is that you can vary the statement that you say. Let me show you an example. I can say while I am tapping the first time, I acknowledge that I have thoughts that keep me in a bad mood. Second time I say, I acknowledge these thoughts that I am now acknowledging, but I chose to feel better and feel confident and happy. Third time I say, these thoughts that I project myself to myself are from now on going to signal my body to feel good every time that I may think of them. And then you start doing the same thing with the rest of the points. To make it easier for you, I did a list where I put the points in it in order you can follow, or you may make up your order. It is no problem which order you take as long as you do them. So the list goes: 1, karate chop; 2, top of the head; 3, between eyebrows; 4 side of an eye, 5 under an eye, 6 under the nose, 7 the chin, 8 on the collarbone, 9 under an arm. Now for the cases of the arm and eye and collarbone. You do not need to do both sides. You can do one of them. But if you want to do both of them, you can do that as well. Now, just like you did for the karate chop, you do the same thing for every other point. You tap yourself gently while you are acknowledging what bothers you. And for each point, you do it 3 times. Remember, tap yourself and acknowledge your pain honestly, because that way you can rewire your unconscious patterns. That is all for today, folks. Whole Pie was at service, and you found the information practical, simple, and helpful.